Well, we're excited. We're really fired up for the 23-24 season. Got a lot of momentum from last year. Won more games than we've won in a long time. And although we fell short of our goal, finishing right there in second for the overall league and accomplishing a lot of individual goals. And then the most exciting thing is all the returners that we have with literally everybody from last year starting lineup is back. Pitcher of the year, Jackson Wells, as well as Jacob Weatherly, Stubber, a lot of guys that really were instrumental in a very solid season last year. We've also added some newcomers that we believe are going to be able to fill in some holes, some left-handed pitching, added some infield depth, and in the bullpen we felt like we needed to shore up some holes that we needed to fill. The message to the team has been so far is no complacency, and we haven't accomplished anything yet. We had a solid year last year, but still left a lot on the table in our minds. But in the first 2 weeks, just in skill work and group work, limited action, the guys have really been hungry and working to do what they need to do to get ready to contribute for a good year. Well, the guys did a great job. We had guys doing a lot of different things. Some went out and played to get more at-bats, to get more innings on the mound, which they needed. That was more of the younger players, and they had very solid summers out in summer ball. Then we had some older guys who really just needed to take care of their bodies, either get healthy. We had a couple of surgeries that allowed some guys to get a shoulder cleaned up or a knee and get back healthy. Then we had some guys that just needed to get in the weight room, and they did that so that they're able to withstand the long season. And then our new guys, a lot of them played. Had a couple of freshmen that they needed to just get their bodies ready physically, be able to handle the demand of the season. And so I feel like we're in a good place physically and mentally from a summer of hard work where guys went all different directions but with the same goal in mind. Well, what stands out to me is the depth. We're not having to say a whole lot in the way of pushing the guys, and we haven't had to do that much at all. One of the main messages to the team is if we're having to coach attitude and effort, then we're way behind. We're in trouble, and we haven't had to do that. The attitude, the effort has been there. We're not as sharp as we want to be because it's so early, but when you look across the field, I believe, and the coaching staff believes, that literally anyone on the field could contribute at any time. And that's a compliment to Coach Sanders, Coach Cox in recruiting, Coach Aguilar, and then the guys that want to be a part of our program and see that our players are producing and being successful on the field and being successful in professional baseball. And we're right there on the doorstep, we feel like, of a championship. Well, I think with so many returners and veterans and guys that have done it before, I think the message is a year older doesn't mean a year better automatically. We've challenged every single player to find something, one or two things in their game that needs to get better and sharpen that aspect. And that could be just physically getting stronger. That could be adding better shape to a breaking ball. That could be increasing their contact rate. Could be decreasing their whiff rate, anything along those lines, a better drop step, better angles on the infield. All of those things, if everyone can sharpen one or two areas in their game collectively as a team, we feel like that's going to help us all. As a team, we're very hungry to win a championship. We're very hungry to get in the postseason. Hasn't been done around here in a long time. And the guys have one goal in mind of getting to the postseason, but we can't get ahead of ourselves. We need to get better and learn how to play the game the right way around Little Rock baseball's mentality, and the scoreboard will take care of itself. Well, you've got the obvious all-conference guys with Jackson Wells returning all-conference and pitcher of the year, and then you had Tyler Williams, Skylar Trevino, and Nico Bombach that are back. And so those are the guys that are going to be the heartbeat and the guys that everybody is looking to. But don't forget, I mean, Luke Pechtel was right there. In my opinion, could have been very easily an all-conference player. Alex Seguin at shortstop was solid. You got Ty Rhodes in right field, was all freshman team, and Jake Wright is kind of the unsung leader that everybody looks at and leans to behind the plate. Got some freshmen that really contributed. You know, I mentioned Ty Rhodes. Trey Hill hit a big home run at Eastern Illinois. He's back in the catcher position. We added Joey Adge. That's going to help some depth there. And Graydon Martin had a big base hit last year. Rosales, infielder from California, I think he's going to really help our infield depth. And, of course, Ben Harmon. Reed Wilbanks is healthy. You got Brewer back over at first base. He got his shoulder fixed, and he was basically hitting with one arm last year, and what an unbelievable job he did. Burnaby. Those guys on the position player side we're excited about, along with Weatherly and Stubber to kind of anchor the bullpen. But then Haas Brewer through the game of his life in the tournament, so he's got a lot of momentum coming off of that. Getting Preston Davis back, we lost him halfway through. He was second in the league in ERA when he went down, and so all of those guys make you feel encouraged. But yet we talk about, you know, that's just a lot of potential for this year, and potential to us means you haven't done anything yet. So that's kind of our motivation going into this fall. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of dates kind of crammed into a 6-week period. We're starting 2 weeks earlier this year, and we did that by design. We asked our pitchers to come back ready to go and arms in shape, and they've done a great job. We'll start, as you said, we'll start games on Tuesday, and we'll compete in 2 fall games. We'll go to Memphis, and then we'll have Crowder College here, and Parents' Day will always be a fun day for our parents to see our guys play. And then we'll have a scout day. We haven't done that in a few years, and we're going to ask or open the doors to all the scouts to measure our guys and see our guys so they can just kind of put a star by their name and follow them in the spring. So a lot of events, a lot of competition, a lot of opportunities for our guys to compete and show what they can do. Yeah, it was really exciting. You know, we try every year at this program to have some project, either large or small, going on. And through the generosity of our alumni and folks in the community, we've been able to secure a new scoreboard, and I'm told that will be installed the first part of October. So we may get to play in front of the scoreboard for our scrimmages, which will be fun. We were able to resurface our outfield, a really cool process that we posted online that they took all the old grass off, leveled it, dumped a bunch of sand on there, and smoothed it out. So hopefully the balls rolls a little smoother, and the playability for the players is the most important thing for us. And a couple of graphics, a couple of facility upgrades to always continue to be getting better. I think the expectations, we've always talked about maybe in the past that Little Rock was a chip on the shoulder, underdog type program that overachieved. And now there's going to be high expectations. I think the public and maybe media, some folks may even predict us that we should win. And that's a good thing, you know. Pressure is a privilege, and it's an opportunity. And we've earned the right to be in a conversation, to expect to win and to be disappointed when we don't. And that's where we've tried to build this program. That's the kind of players we have here. They expect to win and not just have a good year, but a memorable year is our goal.
Do you have any closing comments, Coach?
No, we're just excited. This is a fun group to coach. I told the team last year in our last team meeting, even though it didn't end where we wanted it to, it was one of the most fun years that the coaching staff had coaching because of their attitude and how much they care about each other. They're unselfish. And so I expect that to continue with our leaders and the standard that we've set. I'm really excited about the competition on the field. There's a lot of guys that are going to push for playing time. And so if you were a starter last year and you had a great year, that doesn't mean anything. You got to come back and do it again, and you got to hold your spot. If you're a new guy, the slate is clean. We're gonna evaluate everybody from zero, and we're gonna find the best 9 guys that give us a chance to win a championship.